Good morning. So today I want to talk about what it takes to make money from businesses you actually go out there and buy. So a lot of people have this misconception that if you're buying a company, you close the deal, you're able to raise capital or buy the business no money down, like your work is ended. And it's the other way around 180%. Like it's ridiculous how some people think that okay, you go out there, you buy a company and your work end. And the real work starts actually after you buy the company, right? After you close the deal. And now it's like, okay, you say hello to your new employees and you're like, hey, I'm the new owner. That's where the real work starts. And a lot of people, and I'm telling you, I heard some horror stories from people who are coming to me like, hey, Moran, I spent my life savings on a deal that first of all wasn't a good deal. And then they needed to deploy more capital just to keep the business alive because they bought the wrong business and they didn't know what to do after they bought the business, right? So a few things to pay attention to there. So I want to talk about a few nuances today, right? What you want to look at when you go into a company. There's a lot of different things to do, and obviously depends on the size of the business, but kind of like a few things that I have in mind that I want to walk you through. So first thing you want to do is probably check who are your employees and what roles they have. And probably one of the most important things is you want to understand like how many people you have that are actually producing revenues for the company. So for example, how many people you have in sales, how many people you have to deliver the product, right? So that's a different type of person. And then how many people you have kind of like doing admin, desk job, right? Accounting, stuff like that. Then how many people you have work on new ventures, new products, new partnership. When you look at a company, the more people you have are in sales and marketing or are in growth and new partnerships, new products, the better chances you have to grow the business. A lot of businesses are kind of like hitting a plateau because they have too many people in admin tasks and delivering the product. And obviously you want to have those people, but if you want to grow your business on a year by year basis, you need more people in sales, marketing, new products, and new growth opportunities, right? So that's kind of like one of the first things you want to pay attention to. Then a lot of people find out that what happens is that they hit some kind of a plateau, and usually it comes down to one of those things, right? Usually it comes down to sales, or like they just need to improve something in sales. Then the other thing is something about like different sources to get their clients. So if you, so for example, if you only have one way to get sales and one way to enroll prospects into clients, then you're going to hit a plateau at some point, right? So you want to have different type of ways to get clients and enroll them. Then same with sources, channels, you want to have different ways of finding clients, right? If it's direct mail, if it's social media, if it's going to events, if it's working with joint ventures, partners and stuff like that. The third plateau that a lot of companies hit is because they have just one product, right? For example, or the product isn't as defined, or you don't have different layers of a product and service for different clients. Like it's very true that like a business can hit $1 million literally with one product, but to get to a $10 million in revenues or $100 million in revenues, you need more products, more services, more complementary opportunities for different clients in different levels of the type of clients that they are. And then the fourth thing that can really stop a business from growing is just having a brand, the right brand that represent the company that you want to be. So for example, a lot of businesses that start from scratch, the most they put into like brand is, I don't know, a few bucks into like a nice logo or something, right, on Fiverr. But when you grow as a company, you slowly need to change the positioning in the marketing, in the market, and improve your brand, right? So it's really, really important. And a few things you need to pay attention to. Also the fact that when you grow as a company and your top line numbers and your revenues, a lot of time your margins, your profits that you end up with will go down as you grow. So a lot of companies, what they do, what business owners do is they're like, oh, they see that they grow their top line numbers, but the profits isn't growing as much. And what they're doing is they almost take a step back. They're like, oh, damn, I made more money previously. So they just try to go back again. They fire a few people. They're like, okay, I go back, I make more money. But they can't really like step outside their comfort zone and like hit the gas to get to the next stage of their business, right? So it's very interesting to see a lot of businesses making like 1 or 3 million in revenues, and they're afraid to grow because they understand that they need to hire more people, many times let go of control. So a lot of time business owners are are not able to grow just because the business owner wants to take too much ownership of control of bringing clients, of delivering to clients. And a business can't really grow unless the owner is letting go and trusting his employees and teaching his employees and educating his employees. And obviously you, if you're someone out there who's going to buy a business, you want to be that person who ideally eventually become the owner investor and kind of like, coaching your people on what to do versus you being there delivering on every service and selling every product. Then another way you want to really improve the way you look at business is instead of growing one step at a time. So what business usually is doing, so let's say you're going to a business or you just start a business from scratch. A lot of people, what they do is they build some kind of a brand, then they build their products, then they think about, okay, how are we going to sell those products, in which channels, and then they start to sell it, right? But what I want you to consider is that when you go into a business and you are looking to buy into a business, think about kind of like a top-down approach and think first of all, okay, what kind of company I want to be. Let's say I want to become a $100 million company. Cool. As a $100 million company, then what my brand need to look like, what the channels of getting clients need to look like, what the sales process need to look like. And then when you have a top-down approach, you have a much faster way of getting to those results versus if you starting kind of like a going up approach, it's going to be much more difficult because you have much more challenges, because as you grow, you'll be like, oh damn, I need to change my brand. As you grow, it's like, oh damn, I need to have more products, versus if you from day one, you're thinking, okay, I'm a $100 million company, what kind of products I need to have, what kind of services I need to have, what kind of brand and positioning in the market I need to have, you'll see you'll grow much faster. If you're making all those structural decisions and changes the right way when you're buying a business, or even when you're starting a business from scratch, you'll see you'll have just a much more smoother process to get to the results that you want. And yeah, hopefully it was helpful. If you like that, subscribe, like, and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or what you want me to talk about. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.